Hi, my name is Michael Coffey. I'm your student's AP English Literature and Composition teacher for the 2021-2022 school year. I want to show you a few things within our Canvas webpage and how you can see kind of what it is that we're going to be doing in class. And give you just a little bit of background on a couple of things. It's my understanding that it is my 25th year of teaching. I kind of lost track a long time ago, but I received my 25-year pin at the end of last school year. I think if I'm doing the math correctly, this is actually the 25th year. It's my 10 plus year of teaching AP Lit, and I've been teaching AP courses here at Penn for well over a decade, probably about 15 years at least. So what you see here is our AP Lit homepage, and from here you can negotiate to a number of different places. My contact information is at the very top of the page here with my email address, and that's the absolute best way to get hold of me, especially if you need to get hold of me urgently. My phone number is just two lines below it, and in terms of that extension, I don't know that I've ever received a voicemail since we've gotten the new voicemail system. So I'm pretty sure that my voicemail is set up, but I can't guarantee that I remember what the password is. But if it turns out that voicemail is the best way to get hold of me, then I'll figure that out within 24 hours during the work week, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Your students are really lucky this year in that it's easy to find me. I'm pretty much all situated in this particular classroom at all times. Not that you know where that classroom is, but it's room 196. They can find me here before and after school, so again, convenient for them. And what's really nice is that the AP classes are either at the beginning of the school day or at the end of the school day. Although I fear that I may have lost some potential AP students in them not being able to figure out how to offer the AP Lit class during the course of the day. And it may ultimately just be a matter of numbers and where everything wound up. I do encourage for the students to check their email and their agenda for our class on their class period day. And ultimately, they need to be checking their email really all the time. That, unfortunately, is the world that we live in. I have also cautioned them about being able to put away their device, and so they ought not to be checking their email, like right before they go to bed, but maybe a first thing in the morning. They need to not be ignoring their email, if that makes sense. Let's see. So within announcements here on Canvas, that is where you're going to find our agendas. I've already got the 26th and the 27th planned out for them. And you can see here on the page that it's delayed until the 26th. And I've created that agenda for them because I have to leave town tomorrow night, Wednesday night. This is actually a very convenient open house for me. I'm taking my oldest daughter back to school in the city of Pittsburgh. Her move-in date is Thursday morning. She'll be a sophomore. So if you want to see, the things that are going on for us in Canvas, you just click, whatever day that you need to click, and you can see what's happening on any given day in our class. And then we've got the syllabus. And over the course of the year, I may be utilizing other elements of that page. But for our syllabus, just here at the top, I've got a link to it. And this walks you through kind of what we're going to be doing through the course of the year. I've got conference times set up And so let me actually go back to Canvas and the calendar. And here in the calendar, you can see I've got times set up where that students can come and meet with me in 10-minute increments. It doesn't sound like a lot, and I'll confess that it's not a lot. It's usually enough time to get through about one essay. Sometimes we might bleed over a little bit, and so it's valuable if a student thinks that they need to talk to me for an extended period of time. To sign up for a 3:40 appointment is a good way to go about getting my attention for a longer period of time, provided they don't have anything going on beyond 3:50 and that I don't have anything going on beyond 3:50. I do have a son at Niles High School as a senior. He's a tennis captain, and I want to try to make some of his meets. And so early on in the year, it's going to be a little bit dicey as to whether or not I'm able to stay beyond 3:50. But there are some days where I have met with students up until like 4:30 as we look at University of Chicago supplemental essays, personal statements, and that sort of thing. In talking to the students today, and I'll come back to the syllabus momentarily, I'm helping them negotiate to their application process. I confessed to my Gold Day students today, and I'll confess the same to my Black Day students tomorrow, that I've neglected my son to a degree. If you happen to have a middle child, check in with that middle child and ask how things are going. At this point in the application process, they should have reached out to their letter of recommendation writers, so that those letter of recommendation writers are aware that your student is in need of those letters from them. And they need to figure out which prompt are they passionate about. Can they convey the most passion about the subject matter within that essay, and start writing. I say free time to a senior at this time of year, and they will scoff at me. They ought to be relieved to know that they're going to get more free time a year from now. But this is a tremendous roller coaster that they're on, and they need to be prepared to do the things that they need to do to just get everything done. And I will help them every step in the way as best I can. And I know you will as well. So our syllabus. In terms of what we're going to be reading this year, that information is at the very end. I decided this year might be a good year to take a look at power and its consequences and who has it and what they do with it. We start off the year kind of building our relationship. We're talking about what is the culture that we want in this class. We're going to be moving on to short stories, and then from there we go into poetry. We'll read Beowulf, a story of power and what good leadership looks like. We're going to look at power again, a similar kind of question. What does leadership look like through Henry IV, Part 1? Given the events in Afghanistan right now, I want us to take a look at Khaled Hosseini's The Kite Runner. A Thousand Splendid Suns may be a better choice, but I have not read either one of those texts. And they contain scenes of brutality and violence. And ultimately, I'm conscious that A Thousand Splendid Suns has more of those episodes than Kite Runner has. If that concerns you, that content of a text, I want to remind you and make you be aware of College Board's policy regarding text that has difficult things in them. And where is that statement? Here it is. Issues that might, from a specific cultural viewpoint, be considered controversial, including depictions of nationalities, religions, ethnicities, dialects, gender, or class, are often represented artistically in works of literature. AP students are not expected or asked to subscribe to any one specific set of cultural or political values, but they are expected to have the maturity to analyze perspectives different from their own and to question the meaning, purpose, or effect of such content within the literary work as a whole. I'm not asking them to become violent peoples. We need to understand where these acts, where these behaviors come from, so that we can build empathy in terms of our interactions with our peers. These things exist in the world, and at this point in their scholarship, in their academic careers, I think it's important for them to learn from some of these experiences in the safest way, and that's through a book. Um, if this is a concern for you, bear in mind that AP Literature is ultimately, what's the word I want? An elective. Um, and so, they do not have to take this class. But I think, something that is set in Afghanistan, given what's going on in Afghanistan right now, is an important thing for us to consider and look at. That won't be the final book. We're also going to take a look at Heart of Darkness. And then, this is all in preparation for the AP exam in May. I have served as an AP reader for the past 5 years. So I've got a lot of experience. And I'm looking forward to being able to work with your student and help them be as successful as they want to be and are prepared to be. Okay? I'm with them every step of the way. I'm in their corner, and I'm in yours as well. I do have a senior in high school this year. He's not my first senior, and so I've seen a lot of things in my 25 years. If you have questions, please reach out to me. And if you've got any questions about this, please let me know. Thank you very much for your time, and I've gone way over. Do take care. Thank you.